ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपादं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमतास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमतास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोडकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। 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 मौनव्याख्या प्रकटितपरब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानं वसिष्ठान्ते वसदृषिगणैः आवृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपं स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयं तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यभिमः योगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत्कल्पार्थकं भासते
साक्षात् सत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यत् साक्षात् करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नानाचित्रघटोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभात्येतत्यमस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये महादीपः घट उदरस्थितः नानाचित्रघट उदरस्थितः दीपः यथा तथा आत्मज्योतिः परमात्मा प्रत्यगात्मा चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते विषयान् प्रति. The consciousness, just like the light placed in the pot that has many holes, come to light up everything around. In the same way, Atma Jyotihi, the inner brilliance, Chidabhasaha, through the Chakshuradhikarana Dwara, through the eyes, etc., Bahispandate, comes to manifest outside, and it is the Chidabhasa that comes out through the senses, etc., is the one which is comprehending the objects in the form of a vritti. In the form of a vritti, vyapti takes place, and then when it is joins with the Chidabhasa, the original place in buddhi, it becomes a awareness of that object known as Janami iti. Janami iti tameva vantam anubhati. By his light alone, by the light of consciousness alone, any comprehension of objects through the senses take place. Now, this particular statement, that is Chakshuradhikarana Dwara Bahispandate, the first thing that is taken up in the Ullasa is that how you can prove that objects do not have on their own Spuranatvam and Satta, the consciousness as well as existence, for which the answer was given that if the objects by themselves have the ability to reveal themselves, Puranatvam is asti chet vishayeshu, then they should be known to everyone at all times. Secondly, if they have the ability to reveal themselves, they can also stop revealing also, in which case there will be no comprehension of objects by anybody, because they have withdrawn their revealing power, which is then everybody will be in the state of sleep when there are no objects, because object decided to withdraw. Thirdly, if objects are always revealing themselves, then there is no need for us to have eyes, ears, nose, tongue, etc. to know them, because they are available without our instruments of knowing. These are all against our own personal experiences. From the standpoint of our own experience, we come to know, without the eyes, I cannot see forms. Without my nose, I cannot know the smell. Without the ears, I cannot have experience of sound, etc. So, it only shows that they cannot reveal by themselves without the help of my senses for my experience and everybody's senses for everybody's experience. What is that, therefore, is giving the possible experience for each one. It is a Pratyagatma, Ishvaraha, Sarva Hridayeshu, Buddho, Stitva, Bahispandate, Chakshuradhikarana Dwara, by which only Vishayanubhavam takes place. This is established in the verse number, up to the verse number 7, we have seen. Buddhi Sattva Gunotkasha. Also, the ability to know and the action of knowing. The action of knowing is considered as Kriya Shakti, and ability to know is called Jnana Shakti, for which this example is given just like in a mirror. There are two sides. One is amalinam, clean, another is malinam, on the back side. In this side, reflection takes place. On the back side, there is no reflection. Only one side of the mirror you can have reflection. That's why malina, amalina, adarsha, paschat, prag, bhaga tulyayoho, in verse number 7. Kriya shakti jnana shaktyoho, antakarana bhagayoho. The antakaranam also has got two aspects, just like the mirror, malina and amalinam. Malinam is Kriya Shakti and amalinam is Jnana Shakti. Pure reflection is Jnana Shakti, impure aspect of it is the Kriya Shakti. Antakarana bhagayoho api Kriya Shakti Jnana Shaktiyoho tulya, equal to what? Malina, amalina, adarsha, paschat, prag, bhaga tulyayoho. In the two parts of the mirror, the front and the back. So too, antakarana is one side is Jnana Shakti, another is the Kriya Shakti. Now this needs to be explained. What is the Kriya Shakti and what is the Jnana Shakti of the power within each one of us? Now, if we say that Ishvaraha Karta Jnata, then he also becomes a samsari, because he is also a doer. For doing, there should be a desire, and desire means born out of ignorance, just like any one of us. Then he is also like a jiva, is also subject to bondage. And therefore, we need to understand that this is to explain the present predicament of all of us. Because we are seeing the world, the comprehending of the world takes place, and that comprehension cannot happen without the consciousness. And consciousness with the upadhi, called the mind, as well as the sense organs, engaging in the world, making the experience possible. Other than him, there cannot be anything else that makes the experience possible. Therefore, based upon our present experience of the world, Ishvara is portrayed as the one who has both Kriya and Jnana. And how is that buddhi, the intellect, becomes eligible for this jnanam or reflection of consciousness, chidabhasa? That is said in verse number 8. So we read here, buddhi sattvagunotkarshat nirmalo darpano yatha grihnadi vishayachayam atmachayanubhavatah buddhi sattvagunotkarshat nirmalo darpano yatha grihnadi vishayachayam atmachayanubhavatah. Buddhi, intellect. Here, buddhi includes all the antakaranas, even though In Vedanta, we divide them into 4 parts. Manaha, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chittamidi, Chaturvidani, Antakaranani. But actually, all of them are thoughts only. Here, Buddhi is has the attribute of reflection of consciousness. Why? Sattva Guna Utkarshat. Due to Sattva being on the high. Utkarsha means Adhikam. Vivruddham. Increased state of Sattva. Because Sattva by nature is amalinam, without any impurity. That is called Sattva. The impurities of Rajas and Tamas are not there. Whenever there is increase of Rajas and Tamas, our understanding also gets disturbed. Is it not? So let us say that our mind is agitated over some issues, or either by greed or jealousy or desire. So at that time, even when somebody is teaching something to us, our mind is due to vikshepa created by Rajas, we are not able to easily concentrate on what he or she is saying. Many times when people sit down in the satsang, they are not able to pay attention to what is being taught. Why? Because they have something they are thinking about at home, something is going on, or before coming to the class, they were thinking about something to be resolved. So they're sitting here, mind is somewhere else, that is Rajas. So when Rajas is predominantly there in the mind, there cannot be clear reflection of consciousness. Similarly, when we are under the influence of some intoxicant, heavy food or drinking or tiredness, not slept properly previous night. So these all avarana, because of which tamas is predominantly there. And at that time also, even if Einstein were to be told something, if his tamas is predominant, he will not be listening. He will not be able to think. He will not be able to decide. A sleepy state of mind. So what is the ideal condition for sattva, jnanam to take place? Bhagavan Krishna also says, sattva sanjayate jnanam. Sattvat sanjayate jnanam. Rajaso loba evacha. Pramada moho tamasaha bhavataha ajnanam evacha. So in the state of sattva alone, jnanam completely takes place. When the rajas is there, it is loba, greed, desire, etc. Pramada and moha is there when tamas is present. Pramada, erroneousness, moha, delusion, ajnanam, absence of knowledge during tamas. So whenever sattva is pradhan, sattva pradhana samaye jnanam sambhavati. Raja pradhana samaye lobha pravrittihi. Tama pradhana samaye sushuptihi, nidra, moha, pramada, ajnanam, alasyam, laziness, sleepiness, all that. So we understand buddhihi is the capable media for reflection of consciousness because it's predominantly sattvic. And that is why it is said that is the place where Jnana Shakti of Ishvara is taking place. Whereas other parts of the body being not sattvic, and therefore the reflection of consciousness has to flow through to that point because of the pollutants that are there in the senses and the mind. Therefore, there only Kriya Shakti takes place. Now, the question is when I'm seeing something, when I'm looking at an object, the experience of looking at it takes place through my eyes. This is called Golaka, the place where the experience of the seeing first takes place. but then it travels through to a brain center. There only I come to know this is what it is. So there is a connection between antakarana and the indriya. Now, when I say indriya, what I mean is there are two aspects of the sense organ. One is the physical place, another is the faculty. The faculty of seeing is not located at the physical place. Because in dream also, when eyes are closed, I still see it. While sleeping also, while in the dream, when my ears are open, but I'm not hearing the sound from outside. But I'm hearing in the dream what is happening in the dream. Similarly, I'm smelling not through this nose, but experience of smelling takes place in the dream. What is happening in the dream? Similarly, taste. Tongue is closed, mouth is closed. I'm not tasting anything at that point, but in the dream, I'm tasting. So the faculty of seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, touching is one thing. They are one thing. The other aspect is the physical place where they are happening in the external world and its experiences. So what is the connection between the buddhi, which is antakarana, where the reflection of consciousness is, as it is given there, chakshuradhikarana dwar, krishnari dwara bahispandate. Bahihi means it goes out. Out means what? Where? Towards the object. How does it go? How does consciousness travel to the objects? Chakshuhu adi karana dwara. Karana means instrument. Chakshuhu adi karanam. So the connection between the buddhi and the karana should be established. That is why in the next verse he says, Antakarana sambandhat nikilan indriyanyapi ratanga nemi valaye kilita iva kilakaha antakarana sambandhat nikilanindriyanyapi ratanganemi valaye kilika iva kilakaha. Antakarana sambandhat. By the relationship or contact with the antakarana, sambandha, contact, or the connection, antakarana sambandhat, nikilani indriyani, sarvani indriyani, all of them, api, all of them are connected to the antakarana. All sense organs are connected to antakarana. Like the example is given, ratanga nemi valaye. So if you take a wheel, the wheel has an outer ring. The outer ring has connection with the main hub. The main hub and the outer wheel are connected through spokes. So these spokes are the important connection between the hub and the wheel. Similarly, yeah, that's what Rata Anga. Ratanga Nemi. Nemi is the hub. Nemi Valaye, the rim of the circle. Ratanga Nemi Valaye in the circle. Kilita Iva Kilakaha. So Kilitaha means fixed. What? Kilakaha, the spokes. In other words, that so through the so here it is said that all the sense organs are like the spokes fixed to the rim of a wheel, as it is given here as swabhavataha bahirmukha pravrittanam indriyanam api pravartaka abhave vishaya niyama abhavat antakarana vrittehe tan niyamakata vaktavya. Swabhavatah, by nature, bahi mukha pravrittanam indriyanam, that which are by nature of extroverted, because they always look outside, pravartaka apave, when they are during the time of sushupti, etc., when they are withdrawn, vishaya niyama abhavat, engaging in the objects are not there. Therefore, something other than the sense organs, not by themselves, are controlling it. Antakarana vrittehe tan niyamakata. Who is the niyamakaha? Who is the one who is making them go towards objects? Sense organs by themselves, if they are going, you can never go to sleep. In the state of sleep, we are able to sleep because sense organs are shut down. By whom? By the one who is controlling them from within. Therefore, that needs to be explained. That is the reason why the explanation of Antakarana being the very hub and the sense organs are like on the side wheel connected by what? By these spokes. So the spokes are to be explained. What are the spokes which are connecting the sense organs with the hub? So here it is said, Ratachakrasya nemi sanye valaye kilitaha arpitaha kilakaha araha iva स्वस्वविषयेषु निखिलानि अपि इन्द्रियाणि अन्तःकरणेन नेमिस्थानीयेन नियामकेन सम्बन्धात् अर्पितानि भवन्ति इत्यर्थः. So, just like all the sense organs are fixed to a point where they are able to experience the world and being controlled by the hub, just like the hub of the wheel is able to have a connection with the wheel in which they are all fixed. The wheel is the rim of the wheel, and the rim of the wheel is the one is getting the movement because of the movement of the hub. So in the same way, Antakarana is the hub and sense organs are at the rim of the wheel, and there is a each one of them are connected with a particular spoke, and then those spokes are to be explained. And that's where the topic of nadis are brought in. Nadi is to be understood as not physical connection. They are not physical nerves, they are called astral nerves. You cannot see them. For that matter, even Antakarana is not seen. Buddhi kaha hai? Buddhi is not the brain. Brain is the place where you experience the buddhi, experience the mind. Because brain as a physical thing is dead. When you die, that is gone. Whereas your faculty of seeing, hearing, etc. are not gone along with the brain. They are still there. For example, when you are sleeping, brain is not functioning, but experience of seeing and all happening in the dream. So the physical brain is an office for the buddhi, mana, chittam and ahankar. Their home is somewhere else. The home is with themselves only. Only the office is the brain. Similarly, when you quit the office, not that when you quit the office, you are absent. No, you are not. So therefore, we should understand the nadis are also equally invisible nerve system. These invisible nerves are to be explained how, through these invisible nerves, how the consciousness is connecting itself to the senses. See, most of the ideas here are coming from Yoga Shastra. So we'll read verse number 10 and 11 here. नाड्योऽन्तःकरणे स्यूताः जालसंस्यूतसूत्रैवत् ताभिस्तु गोलकान्ताभिः प्रसर्पन्ति स्फुलिङ्गवत् करणानि समस्तानि यथा स्वं विषयं प्रति नाड्योऽन्तःकरणे स्यूताः जालसंस्यूतसूत्रवत् ताभिस्तु गोलकान्ताभिः प्रसर्पन्ति स्फुलिङ्गवत् करणानि समस्तानि यथा स्वं विषयं प्रति. अंतःकरणे नाड्यः स्यूताः. Syu in Sanskrit means to sew, to weave, woven, syutaha, woven. That's the word, in English also, sew came, sewing, to stitch, to sew, to, use the needle in suchi. Suchi is a needle. So suchi, like this. So that is, syutaha means they are all woven. What? Nadyaha. The nervous, astral nerves are stitched or woven into antakarana. Antakarane syutaha. And example is given as jala samsyuta sutravat. Like that of the net, when the fishing net, etc. How all those plastic, things are all woven so very tightly. In the same way, nadis are all tightly woven into antakarana. And they all tabihi, so these nadis, golaka antabihi prasarpanti spulingavat. So those things, they are reached out up to the golaka, up to the physical point of the organ. Tabihi, through them, through nadyabihi, through those nadis, golaka antabihi, up to the end of the golaka, spulingavat prasarpanti. These nadyas are going all the way from antakarana, where they are starting from, go all the way up to the physical apparatus. Meaning eyes, up to this physical eye, from antakarana, there is a astral nerve which is running. In that way, every part of the body, the astral nerves are spread out. And that's what the example I've given of like a net. Jala samyuta sutravat. And how they are moving like that of, like how they are being picturized like that of the sparks coming out of the fire. The nadis are coming out of antakaranas are like that, like a sparks of the fire. Spulingavad prasarpanti. They've spread out like that of the sparks of the fire. And because of which karanani samastani, all the sense organs, yata swam vishayam prati, their own individual fields of experiences, they all move about. They proceed towards their own fields of experiences. Yata matsya avarodha sadhanam jalam prasiddham. Just like for catching a fish, we know how the net is useful. Tatra samyak protani sutrani paraspara vinabhutani tata sarva vishaya avarodha sadhane vrittim antakarane nadyah protaha vartante ityartah. Just like catching the fish, we need the net. In the same way, nadis are those which are used for capturing the Vishaya Chaya, the experience of these Vishayas. So, Nadyah Prota Vartante. Tabi Nadibihi Dwara Bhutabihi Purvoktani Karanani Samastani Indriyani Manovrittibihi Saha Yata Swa Vishayam Prati Prasarpanti. As it is explained before, these sense organs are, the nadis are those which are carrying the consciousness up to the point of the sense apparatus to experience the objects. Kiyat paryantabihi ityuchyate golakantabihi iti. Indriya ayatanam indriya abhivyaktistanam deha desha vishesha rupam golakam. That which is available in the part of the physical body, indriya ayatanam, it is the abode of the indriyas, indriya abhivyakti sadhanam, it is where the sense object experiences are manifest. Tatparyantabihi nadibihi prasarpanti tyartah. Spulingavat iti drishtantah sprashtah. Just like the sparks of the fire, that is example is very appropriate in that way. All right. Now, these nadis that are spread out all over, see, for example, eyes are only here, right? So the nadis that are running from Antakarana up to the eyes are only here, up to this point they go. For nose only here, for tongue only here, for the ears with both sides. All right. For smell here. For touch, which part of the body has the sensation of touch? Entire body. So therefore, the nadis for touch is throughout the body, it is spreading from the tip of the toe up to top of the head. So the entire body is spread with the astral nerves, which are continuously in touch with the antakarana buddhi, where the reflection of consciousness is there. And the reflection of consciousness through the nadis are spread entire body. All right. Now there are points where their specific experiences are taking place. In Yoga Shastra, they are called chakras. There are Shat chakras are there, starting from Mooladhara, the base, original one, which is the Adi, Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, the reproductive organ, then Manipuraka, the navel, Anahata, the heart, Vishuddhi, the throat, Agnya, the point between two eyebrows. These are the six. Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraka, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Agnya. So that is explained here. Where is the Mooladhara? And these are all to explain how the Kriya Shakti works of the Ishvara. Now here it is explained. Where is the Mooladhara? It's explained here. Dehasya madhyamam sthanam Mooladharamitiriyate Gudattu Vyanguladurdvam Dvayangulad Gudattu Dvayanguladurdvam Medratu Dvanguladadaha Trikono Domukagrascha Kanyakayo nisannibaha. Dehasya madhyamam sthanam mooladharamitiriyate. Gudatudvanguladurdvam medratudvanguladadaha. Trikono domukhagrascha kanyakayo nisannibaha. Now, first one he takes up is Mooladhara. And then Mooladhara is a place where the it is at the, which would take the body as a complete body, like here, this is, let us say, the feet, and this, let us say, the head. In the entire body, the middle part is this. Just like this is the middle part in this hand, so too, if you consider the body, what is the middle part from the foot up to the head? That madhyama sthanam. So, madhyamam sthanam dehasya mooladhara. That is where the mooladhara. Why it is so? Because the energy created there must go both up and down. It has to be in a point where the Kriya Shakti should work both upward and downward. So, Mooladharam iti iryate. So, before that, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that we are not missed anything. So, where is it located exactly in the middle of the body? It says Gudatu dvi angulad urdhvam. Guda means anus. It is dvi angula urdhvam. From the anus, it is, angula means this size. Angushta is the thumb. Angula means of this size. This dvi angula means two portions of it. From the anus, it is 2 angula above, and medratu dvi angula adaha. It is from the reproductive organ, sexual organ, it is 2 angulam below. Meaning, it is between the reproductive organ and anus, somewhere there. Some people say the angula actually is not this size, this size. That is so this much is the gap. So this much is the point from the anus above this point and below this much of the reproductive organ. If the reproductive organ is there, the Mooladhara is here, and below that is the anus. That is the point. And see, please understand, these are all not necessarily Vedanta, but to explain how Ishwarasya Kriya Shakti works in the body. So therefore, there is a reference to what is happening in the body. This much only we should understand. We should not go too much into details of it, but for the sake of knowing, contextually it is required, therefore we are looking at it. Okay. And that Mooladhara, what shape it is? Trikona adhomukha agrascha. If you take a triangle, in that, the top is flat and the bottom is sharp. If you take that form like this, if you take this as the form, in the top, bottom is sharp and the top is flat. That point is Trikona Adho Mukha Agrascha Kanyakaya Kanyaka Yoni Nisannibaha. It is equal to or comparable to the yoni of a Kanyaka. Kanyaka means a unmarried woman. The yoni will look up that kind of that. So that is a shape that is explained there. And what is the importance of that point of Mooladhara? Why it is considered as Shakti there? That is explained here. Yatra Kundalini Nama Parashakti Pradishtita Pranagni Bindunadanam Savitri Sa Saraswati Yatra Kundalini Nama Parashakti Pratishtita Pranagni Bindunadanam Savitri Sa Saraswati. Yatra, where Parashakti Pratishtita, the supreme power of the Lord, Parashakti is Pratishtita, established. Yatra, where? Where is that? Mooladhare. Yatra, in that Mooladhara, Parashakti is present. And her name is Kundalini. And she is a Savitri, Prasavitri. Prasavitri means one who produces, one who is able to procreate. What? Prana, Agni, Bindu, Nada. These four of them are procreated by that Kundalini, who is the Parashakti, placed at the Mooladhara, and she is also Saraswati, Sa Saraswati. Parashakti Moola Prakriti. Sa Tatra Stita, Sarpakundala Akara, Kundalini Sanyita, Paramatma Tejasa Deepta Sati, Pranadinam Savitri Prasavitri. So it has been thought of by the people from the Yoga Shastra tradition that this Kundalini is like that of a coiled serpent. A coiled serpent, it is so tightly, it is there, but when it starts to expand, it will have such an amount of power. That is called awakening of the Kundalini. So the yogis who are very adept in knowing how to invoke that power, because see, human mind has explored so much into the world to find out the hidden powers of the world. Wind is the power, fire is the power, air is the power, earth is the power. Even the atom particles are powerful. Is it not true? Nuclear power has been discovered, and how vast and how destructive it also. As much as the powers that are hidden in the water, fire, air, and even the atom particles, how powerful they are. And the Eastern thinkers, they have understood as much as there are hidden powers in the forces outside, in the matter outside, inside the human being also there is this power. Inside all beings actually. But human beings are capable of invoking them. Once invoked, once this power is invoked, it will be very difficult to contain it. It will definitely will become extremely powerful in the body of a yogi. In all of us, it is there, but it's dormant. That's like it is called a coiled serpent. Once the serpent started to spread out, the power also will spread out. Like, see, some people say the symbolically, when Vishnu is lying down on Adishesha, that coiled serpent that is there on which he is lying down is the Shakti, on which only he resides and he controls it. He is able to control it and keeping it under control. So, if the yogis are capable of invoking it, they should be trained properly to know how to use it also. else it can give devastating results. Anyway, so there are schools of thoughts which will teach you how to increase this awareness or open up that. Where is she placed? In Mooladhara, in all of us. Mooladhara sthita, Kundalinama Parashakti Pradishtita, and she creates 4 powers: Prana, Agni, Bindu, Nada. So, Pranaha, Panchavrittika, Dehanta Sanchari, Vayu Visheshaha. We know that Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. These are the 5 of them which are taking care of the body by moving around in all part of the body. So that is power. Agnihi. Agni is for Koshta Gata Ushma Rupaha, like that of the hidden fire in the wood. Anna Rasadinam Pachakaha. It is that because of which we are able to digest all the food that we eat. Bhagavan also says, Aham Vaishwanaraha. So that power, Vaishwanara Agni, that is the Agni, which he is talking about here. Eto Prana Agni, Agni Shomo, Chandra Suryau iti cha Yoga Shastre Prasiddhau. In Yoga Shastra, they are referred as, Prana is referred as Chandrama, Agni is referred as Surya. Tatra Pranaha Chandrama Soma iti cha uchyate, Agnihi Surya iti. So this is how, this is Agni is the fire, sun, and also the Prana is the Soma. Now comes Bindu. Bindu is what? Avyakta Rupaha Dvani Avastha Visheshaha. So Bindu is an unmanifest form of sound, which is also present within us. And Nadahastu Sarva Varna Sadharanaha Onkaro Goshatma Yam Karnau Abhidaya Shrunvanti. This Nada is, Bindu is the unmanifest, Nada is the manifest sound. The manifest sound is Om, from which alone all the other Varnas have come. All other letters have originated from that, which can be heard by the ears. Karnau abhidaya shrunvanti. Etesham prasavaha saka, one who is able to proceed and able to procreate them. Tatkartri parashaktihi. Deha madhyasthita kundalini ityartha. Sa pranava goshavastam prapya varnatmana abhivyajyamana saraswati iti uchyate. So the Kundalini Shakti, where the Parashakti is present, she is the one who is responsible as a Kriya Shakti of Prana, Agni, Bindu, Nada. And since the sound or Varnas are becoming words, words become sentences and becomes literature, etc. So therefore, she is also worshipped as Saraswati, the goddess of learning, goddess of words, goddess of music, goddess of knowledge, etc. So that's why it is called Sa Saraswati. Now, this way it is explained, but now what is the connection between Mooladhara, which is base at the middle of the body, and we are talking about the Antakakarana Buddhi, where the reflection of consciousness takes place. How the connection is established? That needs to be through the nadis. So that needs to be explained here. Therefore, here, Mooladharagragonastha Sushumna Brahmarandraga Mooler Dachinna Vamshabha षडाधार समन्विता मूलाधाराग्रगोणस्था सुषुम्ना ब्रह्मरन्ध्रगा मूलेर्दच्छिन्नवंशाभा षडाधारः समन्विता मूलाधार अग्रगोणस्था agragone. So Mooladhara, as we saw, it is in a triangle shape, and the tip, there stays the Kundalini, Shakti, Parashakti, and she is connected to the Brahmarandra, the top of the head. Yogis have understood that not only Shat Chakras are there up to this point, we saw Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddhi, and Ajna. But above the head, Mooladhara here, and when the yogis take the power not from the Mooladhara, all the way passing through all the Shat Chakras and then reach this point, from there they release themselves. That is called Videha Mukti. We'll see that a little later, but this is, so there, what is the connection between Mooladhara up to the Brahmarandra? It is called Sushumna Nadi. Therefore, Mooladhara Trikonastha Sushumna Brahmarandraga. The Sushumna Nadi is the one which connects from Mooladhara up to Brahmarandra, where the energy starting from Mooladhara can all the way pass through the head, up to the head. And this is of the shape of what? Like you take a bamboo stick and cut it into a bamboo stem and cut it into half, it will have a U shape all the way. Like, nowadays you do a PVC pipe, cut it, and if you look at it, it will become that F channel like this, right? During those times, they did not have PVC pipes. They had used only the bamboo stem as the, used for any of the channeling of the water, etc. So that idea is that the Sushumna Nadi is like that, like a tube cut into half. But horizontally, not this is, that way you cut it up and then it goes through the channel. So, Mule Ardha Chinna Vamsha Abha. Vamsha is the bamboo. Vamsha, Chinna Vamsha. Ardha Chinna Vamsha. Ardha half cut. And it has Shad Adhara Sannibhaha. Adhara Samanvitaha. It has the Shad Adhara. Shad Adhara, as we have explained, the Shad Chakras. Shadbihi Adharehi Uptambakaihi Samanvita Mooladhara Swadhisthana Manipuraka Anahata Vishuddhi Ajnakyahi Adharehi. These are all the 6 adharas which I call it as in this context in Devi Bhagavatam also, but in Yoga Shastra they are called chakras. Kramena, they all have expression of themselves in the form of petals. Each of them have different numbers of petals by which they are portrayed. So that is spoken here in detail here. Chadush, Shad, Dasha, Dwadasha, Shodasha, Shodasha, Dvitala, Kamalamayahi, like the soft, like the lotus petals, they are having, each one of them having specific number of petals. So Chadush means 4. Mooladhara has got 4. And then Linga is, that is reproductive organ, has got Shat, 6 of them. Nabhi, that is Manipura, has got Dasha, 10. And then Anahata, which is placed in Hridaya, that has got Dwadasha, 12, and then Vishuddhi, which is in Kanta in the throat, that has got Dvita, no, sorry, that is called Dasha. So Dasha, no, Dasha 10. Yeah, Vishuddhi has got 16, and the Kanta has got 10. So Kanta has got, sorry, again, Kanta has got the 16 of them, which Vishuddhi, Anahata has got to 12. And Manipura has got the 10. All right. And then the Agnya has got 2. Bhrumadhyah Deshagataihi. So they are got 2. So in order of the number of petals, Mooladhara has got 4, Swadhisthana has got 6, Manipuraka has got 10, Anahata has got 12, Vishuddhi has 16, Agnya has got 2. These kind of petals are there through which the expression of energy takes place. These are all, according to Yoga Shastra, very important because it is not only considered as a very powerful means of meditation for the yogis to concentrate, and as even the Parashakti invoked, like the release of the Kundalini, when it takes place, there is specific instruction about how to raise it up all the way to Brahmarandra. And each of the place when it passes through, from the Mooladhara to Swadhisthana, when it passes through, what kind of experience takes place? From Swadhisthana to Manipuraka, Manipura to Anahata, Anahata to Vishuddhi, Vishuddhi to Ajna. Up to this point, the person is still alive. But from the Ajna, when one is ready to leave the body, then he takes to Brahmanandra. So this is the method very, very efficiently practiced by the yogis, and the whole school of philosophy explaining that is extremely powerful and very instructive. These are the disciplines that you have to go through to make sure that you are prepared for this expression of energy, and how to contain it, how to direct it properly, how to elevate it until the point you are ready to leave the physical body to get the Videha Mukti. Bhagavan Krishna also in Gita, 1 or 2 places, he mentions them. Prana, Pano, Samo, Krutva, Asabhyantara Charino, etc. in the 5th chapter, end of it. We'll see more of it in the next class. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkhabhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.